family rules and responsibilities. Okay, everyone, let's have a quick family meeting.
Nothing serious. We just want to talk about our family rules.
Am I in trouble?
No, Emma, you're not in trouble.
Then why are we having a meeting?
Because every family needs rules and responsibilities. They help keep our home organized and peaceful.
That makes sense.
Jake, since you're 12, we'd like you to be responsible for loading the dishwasher after dinner. And helping Emma with her homework when she needs it.
Helping with homework? I'm not a teacher.
But you're good at math.
Well, that's true. I can help sometimes.
Thank you. And Emma, since you're 8, your responsibilities are making your bed every morning and putting your toys away before bedtime.
I can do that. What if I forget?
Then we'll remind you. Learning responsibility takes time.
Okay.
Are there any other rules?
Yes, one important rule is that everyone must clean up after themselves.
For example, if you make a sandwich, you should put everything back where it belongs.
Even the peanut butter?
Especially the peanut butter.
I think that's a good rule.
Another rule is no phones or tablets during dinner.
But sometimes I'm talking to my friends.
Dinner is family time. We want everyone to talk to each other.
I like dinner conversations.
They're okay, I guess.
Finally, we should always speak politely and respect each other's feelings.
Even when Jake annoys me?
Hey!
Yes, even then.
Respect, responsibility, and teamwork. Those are the keys to a happy family. The cost of wasting things. Has anyone noticed how much food we're throwing away lately?
I have. Yesterday, I found 4 bananas and half a loaf of bread that had gone bad.
I forgot about the bananas.
I thought someone else was going to eat them.
We also waste milk and cheese occasionally, when nobody finishes it before the expiration date.
Let's do the math. If we waste $12 worth of food every week, how much is that in a year?
$120?
Not quite.
There are about 52 weeks in a year, right?
That's right.
So we multiply $12 times 52. That's $624. Wow, that's pretty much.
And food isn't the only thing we waste. Last month, our electricity bill was $24 higher than usual
Why?
because lights were left on in empty rooms and devices stayed plugged in all day. That may not seem important, but every little bit costs money.
We didn't know that. What about water?
Good question. Long showers use a lot of water.
Emma, how long are your showers?
About 30 minutes.
Mine are 20 minutes.
If everyone reduced their shower by 5 minutes, we'd save water and money every month.
So wasting things affects the whole family budget.
Exactly.
Think about paper towels, food, electricity, water, and even time. They all have a cost.
What can we do to waste less?
Simple things. Turn off lights when you leave a room.
Finish the food on your plate before taking more.
Unplug devices when they're not being used.
And take shorter showers.
Perfect.
Saving doesn't mean giving things up. It means using what we have wisely.
I never thought about it that way.
Me neither.
Good habits today can save a lot of money tomorrow. Where are the house keys? Has anyone seen the house keys?
I thought they were on the key holder by the front door.
They're not there now.
They aren't on the dining table either.
I checked under the table, too. They're not there.
Are they in your bag, Dad?
No, I looked inside my bag already.
What about the shelf above the coat rack?
Let me see. No, they're not on the shelf.
I'll check behind the sofa.
And I'm going to look between the cushions.
Nothing behind the sofa.
And nothing between the cushions.
Let's look next to the television. Nothing here.
Maybe the keys are under the newspaper on the coffee table. No, they aren't under it.
What's that in front of the lamp?
That's just a toy.
Look inside the drawer below the mirror.
I'm checking now. There are some batteries and pens in the drawer, but no keys.
Oh no! We really need those keys!
Wait, what's that sound?
What sound?
That jingling noise. It's coming from you, Dad.
I can hear that too.
No way.
Let me check your belt. They're on your belt loop.
The keys have been hanging from your belt this whole time.
We've spent 30 minutes searching the house.
Well, at least we found them.
Yes! Next time we lose something, let's check Dad first.
Teaching kids how to save money and spend it wisely. Jake, Emma, how much allowance do you get each week?
I get $10.
I get $5.
Great! Today, we're going to learn a simple way to manage money. Jake, let's start with your $10. A good rule is the 50-40-10 rule. Save 50%, spend 40%, and share 10%.
What does that mean?
For Jake, that means saving $5, spending $4, and using $1 to help someone else or donate.
So every week I save $5?
Exactly. How much would you have after 10 weeks?
$50.
Right. After 20 weeks?
$100.
Wow!
Emma, you get $5 a week. If you save $2.50 each week, you'll have $25 after 10 weeks.
I've been saving for a bicycle.
How much does it cost?
About $150.
If you save $2.50 a week, it will take 60 weeks. But saving birthday money can help you reach your goal faster.
That's a good idea.
I think I'll start saving for a new skateboard.
Saving money isn't about being rich. It's about making smart choices and planning for the future. Getting ready for guests. Everyone, listen up. Our guests will arrive in 2 hours.
2 hours? That's not much time.
Who's coming?
Aunt Lisa, Uncle Tom, and their 2 children.
Great! I haven't seen them in months.
Before they arrive, we need to get the house ready.
What do we have to do?
Let's divide the work. There are 4 of us, so everyone gets a job.
What's my job?
Emma, please tidy up the living room. Put away your toys and arrange the cushions on the sofa.
Okay, how long do I have?
About 20 minutes should be enough.
Jake, I'd like you to vacuum the living room and the hallway.
That's going to take at least 30 minutes.
That's why you should start now.
Fair point.
I'll clean the kitchen and prepare some snacks.
What kind of snacks?
I'll make sandwiches, fruit salad, and cookies.
And I'll mow the lawn and set up the chairs in the backyard.
Sounds like everyone has a lot to do. We'd better get started. Let's do a quick check. Living room?
Clean! I finished putting away my toys.
Great job!
Backyard?
Ready?
Floors?
Vacuumed.
Kitchen?
Finished.
Excellent! We still have 20 minutes before the guests arrive.
What do we do now?
Now we relax for a few minutes and make sure we're ready to welcome everyone.
That's my favorite part.
Mine too.
When something breaks, repair or replace. Have you noticed the refrigerator isn't cooling well?
Yes, I checked it this morning.
I called a technician. He said the repair would cost about $250.
How old is the refrigerator?
11 years old.
That's quite old. And we already paid $150 for repairs last year.
Exactly. If we repair it now, we'll have spent $400 on repairs in 2 years.
How much is a new refrigerator?
Around $1,000 for a similar model.
Repairing is cheaper for now.
Yes, but the technician said the compressor is getting old and more problems could appear.
That doesn't sound very promising. Newer refrigerators use less electricity. We could save about $8 to $10 per month.
Then we have 2 choices. Spend $250 now and hope it lasts, or buy a new one for about $1,000.
That's how I see it.
If it were only 5 years old, I'd repair it. But at 11 years old, replacing it seems smarter.
I agree.
Then let's look for a new refrigerator this weekend.
How to avoid impulse buying. Do you know how much we spent last month on things we didn't really need?
About $350. Most of it came from impulse purchases.
That's a lot. Impulse buying means purchasing things without planning, right?
Exactly. We see something and buy it immediately.
Yeah, I bought a kitchen gadget that I don't even need for $40.
Have you used it?
Not once.
I also bought a tool set for $80 because it was on sale. I used only one tool from the set.
So how can we avoid impulse buying?
I follow now the 24-hour rule. If something costs more than $20, I wait 24 hours before buying it.
And if you still want it the next day?
Then I think about buying it. Another useful question is, do I need it or just want it?
That makes sense. We should also make shopping lists.
Definitely. People usually spend less when they shop with a list.
If we save $50 a month, we'll have $600 a year.
And we can use that money for something important, like a vacation.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.